Right, there we go. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We got our DM here, Nightshame, and our other two players. Want to say hello?
Hello. Hi, I have my mic muted.
All right.
I mean, hi.
Hi. So you want to do do we want to do a small little recap or no?
Sure, we could do that. Recaps are always necessity for campaigns. Okay, basically what's going on, right? So from the last time that we left off, we have encountered a knight who's of the elven children, who was also being chased after by a strange black corrupted monster that has unknown powers that can corrupt weapons, corrupt people, and can leave behind nasty trails. It also seems to evolve over itself over time. And, let's see. Last time we left off, you guys left the jail, and you've headed straight to the town, of Adona. And you were able to, come across the village. You have met the knight, whose name is not really known. The knight himself actually sent his two children off to the rich village that he was speaking of. And he's paid for your guys' inn, and you guys managed to have enough coins to live off of that one night. He didn't give you extra gold or anything. He provided you guys extra gear for better survival and so on. You guys have leveled up to level 2, so your stats have been adjusted and all that good stuff. And now, you guys are at an inn, and you guys have awoken. The sunshine is pretty much beaming out your window, and we will start with...
Meryl.
Meryl. We will start with Meryl. I forgot about the turn order for a second. Okay, so you are at the you are sleeping in your nice, cozy, warm bed. You know the sheets are nice looking. The beds have good color to them. They're gray. The pillow felt a little hard on your neck, but it's still comfortable to sleep on. You have awoken in a room. The room is small, and there's a door in front of you. And that's the same for all of you three. What would you like to do, Meryl?
I would like to do my, I guess, morning meditation.
You meditate?
Excuse me?
Like, aren't I
He wants to do yoga.
something for clerics for their god?
I think so. Let me look into that. Let me look into this because that seemed a little odd to me. But I guess it makes sense for a cleric.
Like, aren't I supposed to pray for my spells back?
I believe
Well,
so.
that's
Yeah,
resting,
I
though.
think
Can
that's
you
I think that's
rest?
how that works. But you can rest that off too.
Okay.
Yeah, you can rest to restore your spells. You already got them all back. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing. I don't see nothing here that says anything about like meditating for a deity, unless you're saying like worship your deity or something, or like go on your bed with your hands together and praise him. If that's what you're referring to. I mean, other than that, you don't have to meditate, but you could do whatever.
I mean, Meryl would probably do that at the moment, so.
And that's fine. So you want to meditate, correct?
Sure.
How are you gonna do that? Are you gonna be like on your bed, like trying to levitate like a monk? Like what are you gonna be doing?
No,
Levitate.
Levitate.
So, since the deity is Alona, I take some, like acorns,
Okay.
and go down. I guess. I guess I hold the bag of acorns and then pray for a good harvest, which I guess it would in turn like a good day.
So in English, you're playing with your nuts and you're worshiping the god to ask her if you guys can have a good feast and a good day, right?
I mean, I don't have to word it like that. But...
Well, I mean that's what it is. You have acorns and so on.
Yeah.
So I guess that's just what you're gonna do. Okay, so while he's playing with his nuts, we'll move on the dive.
Oh god.
Carry on.
Trying. Okay, well, guess I'll just stretch at this point. I got nothing else better to do.
So you wake up, and you stretch your big green arms,
Yeah, I'll stretch my whole body.
and you smell like blood. You could use a shower.
Well, fine. I'll go to the shower then.
Okay. So you wake up and you try to get to the shower, but your face bumps into the door.
Wait, am that tall?
No, you just forgot to open
Oh.
the door.
Sorry. Well, sorry. I'm not used to being specific. Okay. I open the door and into the bathroom. Open the shower curtain. Close the shower curtain.
You don't have to be so
All
specific.
of a sudden you hear a lady scream, "Hey, you can't go in there! Who do you think you are?" You pretty much just went into the shower and you forgot to pay a gold piece to take a shower.
What?
Yeah, that's what you did. You literally just like went into a shower room and there was like a lady there that you had to pay to take a shower.
I thought I had my own room.
No, you silly. You only had one room. Like, literally, like, the room is very small. There's no bathrooms or anything in there. It's just a
You should have
bed.
told me.
I did. I said, like, it's really like a bed and a nightstand and a door in front of you. That's it.
I figured it'd be a bathroom because this is a whole room. I didn't know the room was like this.
Yeah, it's very small, dude.
I didn't know the room was Motel 6.
Dude, that's what it is. It's very tiny.
Well, if you think about it, like You would think that they would have their own showers. It's not like it's like real
Yeah,
life.
Well, to be
Like,
fair,
it's-
the guy paid for cheap rooms. I mean, it's not like he was gonna like those rooms literally cost like 3 gold pieces, when most of the rooms would cost like 30.
I just don't think in these times that there were like real like inns like there are today. You know?
Anyways, so would you like to pay a gold piece to take a shower?
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Whatever.
so
Magic, dark eyes,
So-
magic.
So, okay, I have to keep this PG. If I didn't, it would be bad. Okay, you walk up to the lady, and you give her a gold piece, and she says, "Thank you, Mr. Green Man. Now you can shower."
All right, thank you.
So, and she says, "Here, take these," and she basically gives you she just gives you a bar of soap, and she gave you like a cup full of like blue liquid. It's
Ooh,
shampoo.
liquid.
Don't worry.
Blue liquid.
It's shampoo.
Shampoo.
Now you take a shower and you clean yourself nice and good. You smell fresh and you smell great.
Mhm.
And you don't reek of blood or anything like that. So you're in good condition.
Great.
And you put your armor back on, and
Put
your
all my
health.
clothes on. Dry
Yeah.
myself up. Put on my clothes and armor.
And then
and-
that'll do for you. Okay, now it's Dark Ice's turn.
You give me all the strange events in the world.
I do. I have to.
Well, it's better than playing with nuts.
Could you walk into him? All right. Go ahead. Dark
Good
Eyes.
work.
So Dark Eyes, same thing. He just wakes up and he stretches his arms and legs, and he sees a door in front of him.
Are there windows? Didn't you say that there's like a small window?
Yes, there's like small windows outside. It's just like one window on your left, and on your right is the tiny little
All
nightstand.
right. So I'm gonna be a little bit more specific. So I'm gonna look at the window and see if there's what's going on out there.
You look outside the window, and it's very bright out. Would you like to roll? Actually, no. Roll a spot check.
A what check?
Spot check.
A spot check.
Spot check.
I've never heard of that. Okay.
Yeah, it's a spot check. It's on your skills.
Oh. Okay.
It is a thing.
Yes. Now go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay.
What I miss?
Oh,
If you roll a 1, your eyes are gonna be burnt by the frickin' sun.
So
Okay.
An 11 plus
Okay.
a spot check. I don't know if I.
All right. Okay, so
have,
11. All right, that's good enough. So you look outside,
Yeah.
and it seems like you guys are on level ground. I can hear myself echo. Anyways,
I don't know if it's for me or not because
I don't know
headphones on.
either. No, it ain't you. It's someone else. I think it's probably Dive.
He's
No,
muted.
I had my
Oh.
mic muted.
So,
Hello?
Let's continue.
okay. So you look outside, and you could basically just see some children playing on the grass. With like a straw ball. They seem to be elven children. You could see some parents like sitting on benches just watching them, and you could see some guards on the street and riding a wagon too, in like suits of armor, and their armor seems to be crimson in a sense, and like crimson and gray, like the gray shoulder pads and crimson like chest plate and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what you see outside.
Do I see like food or anything to eat?
Yeah, you could see the general store from a distance.
All right.
It's a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, just go there and buy a soda. All right.
I'm gonna go and get some food.
Okay. So you essentially open up the door and you kind of just like put your stuff back on, even though you didn't have much on. You walk out and you pretty much just go to the general store, and then all of a sudden you see a lady at the front, and she says, "What can I help you with, sir?"
I'm looking for some rations to buy.
She said, "Rations? I don't think we have any rations of the sort, but what I do have is fresh vegetables, fruits, and even our special boar.
Or
Don't worry, it's killed fresh and it's cooked fresh."
All right.
So in front of you, you could basically see like a bowl of grapes, and it's basically a big salad with fruits and vegetables in it. And it costs 1 gold piece.
Oh.
Um,
I
you
don't
can
even know how
see
many
you
gold
could.
pieces I have.
I hope you kept track. I hope you kept track.
I didn't.
If you forgot how many gold pieces you have, I'm gonna just give you 20.
Okay, I'll just take 20.
Alright. You probably have more than that, but whatever. So,
I can re-listen to the other streams and stuff.
okay. So you basically have like a leaf bowl salad with like, you could see like a bunch of vegetables and stuff, and it costs like 1 gold piece, and it seems like it can heal for like 5 health.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, what is this? The vegetable?
Yeah, it's like a vegetable fruit salad. Yummy,
Okay.
yummy.
Okay.
And like in front, you can also see like a giant like those Flintstone like giant ham things with the bones and meat on it.
Hmm.
That's basically what that is. And it's just cooked, and it's just on a big plate, and it smells good, and
How
it
much
costs
is that?
10 and it costs 10 gold pieces. And if you eat it, it increases your attack. Or I'm sorry, it increases your damage by +1 for at least an hour.
Okay. What's it called?
It's called
I got
cooked,
disconnected.
it's called cooked boar meat.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
Boar meat?
regain health, but it increases your attack power. Or, I'm sorry, your damage.
Okay, 1 damage, 1 plus damage.
Yes, and it costs
Wait, what did I miss?
10 gold pieces.
For an
You
hour.
went shopping.
I'm gonna go get
And-
food. I'm hungry.
And well, there's more food there. There's a lot of stuff there. And she said, and if you don't like our selections here, then I guess I could probably give you what is it that you elves eat?
Humans?
You eat don't you eat leaves,
I'm a
right?
human.
You're a human?
Yeah,
I'm a
he was a
human.
human.
Oh, okay, my bad. She says, what is it that you humans eat? You eat people, right?
No. We do not eat people.
And she says,
We eat what
Well, in that
basically what I
case-
have. What you got me.
in that case, let me go to the back to see what our chef can probably do for you. Just stay in front and see what you like. There are other options too besides those two. You can also see a plate of cake, and it's just a big cake, and it's like chocolate, and it seems like it can restore for about 3 health, and it costs 1 gold piece.
Sorry, what was
and-
that? 1 gold piece.
Yeah, for like a big chocolate cake.
Oh, cake. I'll take
Yes.
that.
and on another plate or on another stand, you could see like a giant like worm, and it looks cooked, and it looks like it's actually a cooked worm.
Oh,
Or
no,
like a
I will
giant,
pass.
Yeah, it's like about 16 inches, and it's like 3 feet in, or not 3 feet, like 3 inches in width.
Mhm.
The worm itself, it costs about 5 gold pieces, but if you eat it, it increases your armor class by +2 for an hour.
Fine, I'll eat the worm. She said it was 10 gold pieces or 5?
For an hour.
Okay, did you say it was 5 gold pieces?
10.
I don't have enough.
Haha, you broke. Alright.
So what does the chocolate cake do for me?
It just restores your health.
All the way.
And it makes you a little hyper because of all the sugar. So your attack bonus might be -1 if you
So
eat
as
it.
I'm fighting, I'm just gonna take a slice of cake and just stuff my face.
Basically, yeah, but but I'm warning you though, if you eat food while fighting, it'll take up your whole turn.
So what would it take for me to steal the worm?
Well, let's see. I mean, you got about 10 guards right behind you. There's a lot of bows and arrows and swords everywhere. The village itself
I'll
seems a lot
pass.
more cautious. Okay,
I'll pass. I'll pass. Just
Okay.
Stitch in the chat says steal the worm. So
good. Okay.
he just
So
tells me
the
what to
lady,
do.
so the lady comes back and she brings something on in a plate, but it has a cover over it. And she seems to have said, "Well, we have actually a very special treatment, and this one costs a fortune. But I can assure you, it can increase a lot of your capabilities as a human." And she basically lifts it up. You know, she just like lifts it up, and it appears to be a golden hamburger.
Oh,
She sounds insane.
how much is this?
She said that'll be 1,000 gold pieces.
1,000.
However, get this: if you eat it, you get +1 on all of your ability scores for an hour.
I don't have that much money.
For an hour?
For an hour.
That's not
That's-
worth it. It's not worth it at all.
2 days, 48 hours, please.
No, no deal.
1,000 gold pieces.
1,000 gold for 1 hour?
She says, now this hamburger, right? It is entirely made out of what exactly you think it is. Magical gold. And even the patty itself is made out of it. And the gold itself is actually edible and contains powerful magic that it can increase your capabilities and your power in every way. But only for a temporary amount of time. I know our deal is very expensive, but the only reason it's expensive as it is because this is probably the only food that's of the most rarity in our village. However, if you're lucky, you could probably find something more similar to this in other shops as well. Or, if you have enough skill, you could probably find the materials and the magic to create one of these yourself. So, we understand that, you know, you're too broke and you're too poor to be able to afford our special food.
It's 1,000
So-
gold pieces. I don't think anyone has
said-
a.
I certainly don't.
She said, "We understand it's too expensive for you humans to have at the moment, but." She puts the cover over the golden hamburger, and she says, "You can always come back here later if you would like to buy it, or if you would like to, you know, purchase the ingredient. You know, like the ingredient secret or the knowledge on how to make stuff like that."
Would
She
that
said
cost
it-
about
it-
8 gold pieces? Because that's all I have left.
She said, "Actually, it'll cost about 300,000."
Wait, 300,000 for the ingredients and 1,000? I'd rather buy it than buy the ingredients.
She said,
altogether?
she said the secret ingredient and the secret for it cannot be revealed to anyone unless they are at the top most rich.
I'm out of here.
Okay, so-
I just
okay,
I
so
just
it
I just turn
can't be
around.
revealed-
I just turn around and leave.
So the secret can only be revealed by the 1%. I gotcha.
I think my turn is over.
Yes, it is. All right, Pig. So you finished meditating, right? Your
Right.
acorns. Now, what would you like to do?
All right.
Don't do what Ego did.
I would like to.
Wait, I got some good food. What are you talking about? Do you have any
You
food?
didn't buy anything.
I did too. I did too.
Crap.
Yeah, I
You
did.
literally just. What did you
No.
buy?
I bought the
Your
vegetable
window
salad.
shopped.
I bought the cooked boar meat, and I bought the chocolate cake.
All right. How much coins do you have left then?
I have 8. I said I have 8 gold pieces left.
All right. I'll let you buy them.
I've been writing this down.
Huh?
I've been writing this down.
All right. I'll let you buy them just to progress the story. Okay.
I had a good turn. I think I got some food.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I say I think I did. Like you might not think I did, but it was a good turn.
Let's just move on.
It was better than showering and not doing anything productive
Let's move on.
or playing with nuts.
Moving on.
Moving on.
All right. I would like to grab all my stuff.
All right, let's see. Sorry, one sec. Sorry, I'm just writing things down.
Okay.
All the misconceptions.
Gotta write down that chocolate cake.
Yup, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm writing this stuff down so I don't forget it. It's better to be informed of this. All right. So you bought the worm too?
No.
I don't think he did.
The worm was
Alright.
10.
So you bought the cooked boar meat and the chocolate cake and what else?
The cucumber salad.
The vegetable salad.
Vegetable fruit salad.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't even know why that's so funny. Like, it's food. You're supposed to have food. I think it was better turned than showering.
Pretty much, and you almost got in trouble. All right. Okay, Meryl, what would you like to do? You're done playing with your nuts now?
All right. I would like to grab all my stuff.
Okay, so you grab all of your stuff?
And I open the door.
All right, so you grab the knob and you twist it and you open it.
Right.
And you can see Dive at the you can see Dive in the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I wave Naguk over.
You wave him over.
As in like
Like,
I
grab my
guess.
attention.
Yeah.
All right, so he comes over. Would you like to come to him?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
All right, so he comes to you. Now, what would you like to do?
I'm letting him know that I'm heading over to the post to see if any other if I can find any other hints towards the zombie or like any other undead attacks.
Could you repeat yourself?
I said I'm heading over to the job postings.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna check the board outside the inn for quests, right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Specifically undead stuff.
So would you like to check on that right now after you're done with talking to him, or?
Sure.
Okay. So you pretty much go over to the board, and that'll end your turn. All right, Dive. What would you like to do?
I'll check out the board too.
All right. So you pretty much follow him. Okay.
Yeah.
So for the quest, here's how this is gonna go. On the quest board, whenever you see it, there's actually difficulty scales, and there's a bunch of different ones. Currently, at the moment, you have about 10 quests on the board, some of which contains killing, saving, sneaking, so on, and etc. So for the first quest that you see, a woman has had her precious belongings stolen by a group of goblins that have hidden into a cave. Help save her from help kill or capture these goblins and inform her of the situation with proof, and you shall receive a reward of 100 gold pieces and 1,000 experience points. The difficulty for this will be 1 star.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Another goal that you can see is you see a quest from a little girl, and she says, "Help find my cat. She's somewhere around the city, and I cannot find her. She could be hiding. She could be on top of houses, or she could be under bridges, or maybe even under the houses. Please help please help find her." And it's written in crayon. And the cat itself is black and striped with white. The reward for this is it's 50 gold pieces, but it's worth 800 experience points.
Okay.
So you're not fighting or anything, but you are helping this little girl find find her pet.
Huh. Okay.
Oh wait, did I said 800? I meant 500. Oopsies.
I was
I'm
going
at
to
500.
say,
I'm at 500.
for a lost cat.
Yeah, but you don't know where that cat is. And the difficulty for that is 2 stars.
2 stars for a lost cat.
2 stars for
Huh.
that.
Mhm.
I'd rather go for 1 star.
Now, another quest that you can basically see is you can actually see there is a quest that is for a. Oh, okay. There is a quest that is actually called. Okay. So a knight or a guard actually put out a quest to try and find a white worm baby, which is basically a dragon baby.
Yeah.
The baby is located in the forest, basically where you guys went at. And your goal is to try and capture it and bring it to the village. And once you do that, you will receive your reward. And the person that you, oh yeah, and I should have said this. When you get done with your quest and when you finish them up, you pretty much bring them to the innkeeper. She can accept your quest, and she can also, let you guys have a bed with a price. That's pretty much how this goes.
Okay.
The difficulty for this is 5 stars, and the reward is 1,000 gold pieces and 1,000 experience points. So you got to try and find like a white worm, but it's like a baby, and it's located in the forest somewhere. And they've seen it before, but it must have flew away from them. And the guards seem like they're trying to find it for some reason. But when you are able to bring it to the inn with proof, then you will be able to receive your reward at that rate.
Okay, I have 1 question though.
Another quest. Wait, what?
I have 1 question though.
Go ahead.
Is the worm a drake, a wyvern, a western dragon?
Wyvern.
Western dragon. Okay.
It's a wyvern.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. The 4th quest is right here. Go to the forest and buy an axe, go to the forest, and chop down some trees and gather 20 logs and bring it to old Granny Nanny. And when you do that, you will receive 500 gold pieces and 500 experience points. The difficulty for this is 2 stars.
Okay.
Yes, Granny Nanny. And let's see, the 5th quest. The 5th quest will have to be visit old man, and help him hoe his farm. Basically, all you're going to be doing is you're pretty much going to go to his farm and help cut down a lot of his plants so that way he can use them for harvesting. The difficulty for this is 1 star, but it's a big farm, and it would take up a lot of your time. You would have to use a hoe, essentially, to cut down corn, wheat, and that kind of stuff, so that way you can get some money.
Okay. What's the reward for that?
The reward for that will have to be 700 gold pieces and about 300 experience points. And the 6th quest will have to involve. Okay. This quest is actually going to involve zombies and the undead. And with this quest, it's actually involving an undead caster or like an undead summoner. He's pretty much coming
Necromancer?
Yes, a necromancer. Thank you.
Necromancer.
The problem with this, right? There is a necromancer that is actually trying to infiltrate the town every night. The guards are unfortunate to actually try and kill it. And what this necromancer would try and do is each night they would try to summon skeletons and summon zombies from their realm or from whatever that they're actually summoning and attacking the village each and every night. They haven't been very successful because most of our guards would take them out. But the problem is the necromancer would disappear by the time we would get close to him. So something about this necromancer is trying to infiltrate the town and harass it, whether it's out of fun or trying to catch it off guard. And the goal for this is to kill the necromancer. Just kill him, like not even capture him. Just straight up kill him or eradicate him. The difficulty stars for this will have to be 5, and the reward is 2,000 experience points and 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of options here. There's like a lot of stuff doing, like the goblin quest, saving the cat, hoeing the old man's farm, helping with the logs, stuff like that. There's a lot of different things that you can do with this.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Damn, I really should be writing these down.
I thought you were
remember
had it
when-
wrote down.
I did, but like, yeah. Okay. So for the 7th quest, right? The 7th quest actually involves the behemoth. The behemoth itself. According to the description, I'm sorry, what?
I'm kidding.
What'd you say?
Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, basically. So it involves this behemoth, but that's what they named it for now, because it's a giant monstrous figure that's essentially came into the town and tore apart and ate people. For this monster, right? For the description, they said, okay, the description actually says, this beast has infiltrated our home and has mysteriously came from some unknown source. Unfortunately, the guards were unable to pierce its skin and whatever body parts that it has onto itself. As we continue to attack it, the beast would actually become more angry, and it would slowly evolve and morph itself. Fire seems to do the trick, as one of our soldiers managed to shoot a fire arrow at it, and it melted some of its skin off. Unfortunately, though, the beast was actually very powerful, and our guards were unable to capture it nor kill it. For anybody who wishes to accept this quest, be very prepared and bring at least 50 people with fire weapons. The difficulty for this is 20 stars.
We are not ready for that.
No, it's like fighting a raid boss, dude.
Yeah.
That's how powerful it is. It's you don't want to fight that thing by yourself. You're like Dudley. By the way, I'm just letting you guys know this. If you could have burned that corpse at the jail, this probably wouldn't happen. But you guys didn't know. You guys didn't know about it at the time.
Right.
You guys didn't know about that whatsoever.
That and outside the game,
Right.
internet cut out anyway. So
Yeah. Okay. So for the 8th quest, there is actually a quest involving. Let's see. It involves actually. Yeah, it involves taking a wagon, right? It involves like riding the cattle, like riding the wagon. And what you're gonna be what the quest here says, like you could take 10 cows, using like a cattle and a horse and that kind of thing, and take it to the near Old Man's. That's his actual name.
old man's.
Yes, Old Man. No, it's Old Man.
Oh, old man.
Yes, like in reference to Old Man Jenkins.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. But it's about 10 cows, and you'll have to want to bring 4 people with you because raiders will come in and try to kill the cows and steal them for their own meat. It's about a mile, and but the reward is very high. You would get awarded 3,000 gold pieces, but with 300 experience points. So essentially, you'd be getting a lot of gold if you did this, but at the same time, you don't get a lot of experience points. However, you'll be coming across potential raiders. Let's see, where am I on? Am I on the 9th quest now?
Yeah.
I thought that was 8.
That was
Yeah,
eight.
that was 8. Okay, so I'm on the 9th quest now. As for the 9th quest, it involves a dragon. There has been a gigantic golden wyvern. And the wyvern itself seems to be the size of, let's just say, Mount Everest. Yeah, let's just say that big. It's very gigantic. It could even be bigger than that. And the wyvern itself appears to have some sort of castle onto its back. The goal for this mission, and for what the description says, for unknown reasons, we have seen this massive wyvern fly around, but the only information that we can gather from it is it could potentially hold a lot of secrets. And in order to be able to find it, you'll have to probably explore mountains or grow wings and fly. Jokingly enough, we want to see what this wyvern is capable of, and we want to see what holds it. We do not want to kill it. However, we would like to see or subdue it if even possible. But considering the massive creature size, we are unsure what its capabilities are at the moment. The reward for this is to be decided by the innkeeper. And the experience is to be decided by the innkeeper. And the difficulty for this is 50 stars. Huh?
I said 52.
50 stars, you were close.
I said 50.
Oh, I thought you said 52.
I did.
I heard 52.
I heard you say 52. Alright, so it's 50 stars. And as for the last quest is a simple delivery job. You're pretty much just getting an envelope from a lady, and her name is basically Macy, and her letter is one to be turned into I already forgot that one village's name, that fancy one.
Well, we can't help you there.
No, that's okay. I have to go back to my. It's been a week.
It has been.
Yeah, it's been a week since I played it. You'll have to give me just a moment to go back to my sources. Sorry, you'll just have to give me a moment. I apologize.
Okay.
Okay. It's called Daisum. Basically, D-A-I-S-E-M. It's spelled weird.
Okay.
The village itself, or like this fancy village, is called Daisum. Sorry for the wait.
It's fine.
Okay, let's see. And yeah, that's it for the quest. I hope you had that all memorized.
I think so.
Can I
see we
look
do
at
9.
the goblin quest again?
Yes, you look at the Goblin quest, and it's worth 500 gold and
1,000 experience.
1,000 experience.
My suggestion is that
You want to do that quest?
Well, the 9th quest kind of goes over like what we saw from the goddess.
Right.
yeah,
With the
I feel
gold.
like getting more experience and gold at the right now while we're at the lower levels.
In fact,
Right.
Dark Eyes, are you wanting to go back to the quest board too and look at these stuff?
Sure.
All right.
I mean,
That way,
if I-
that way makes this easier. So you pretty much go back there and you pretty much look at all the other stuff.
And we'll just say we explained it to him. Gave a rundown or something.
Yeah, he pretty much sees everything. So yeah, you
hold
have
on,
the
guys. Hold
you have
on.
the goblin
There's
quest.
hold on. Their audio's down apparently.
Oh, all right.
Can you guys?
I think
test
that
it?
was when we were waiting on your
Yeah.
or
everyone-
to find the town.
Yeah,
name.
everything went silent. We were just waiting for Knight to figure out the name.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to figure that. It
Yeah,
took
I
me-
probably should have still kept talking either way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh well. So Dark Eyes is back at the bulletin board with us.
yeah. Got food. Came back in and saw you guys. Apparently.
Okay. Starting with Dark Eyes. What quest? Or actually, no. What can you guys agree on to do in the quest with?
It was just
You could talk about it.
one that makes us more money, I guess, and more experience.
I mean, they all make you a good amount of money, but for the reward, you'll have
The
to split it.
experience too.
Yeah.
The experience remains the same for all you guys.
Okay.
You all equally get that amount of experience.
How much is
But,
that?
At the goal we split it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I say the gold dragon.
No, no,
The difficulty for that is 50 stars.
no,
No.
no.
It doesn't say, and it doesn't say exactly where to. They said try looking into the mountains or literally grow a pair of wings and fly up there in the clouds and find it yourself. Basically, the reason why it's 50 stars is because it's extremely difficult to find that dragon.
It would take us years to find it.
Okay.
Unless you get lucky.
But I thought since we saw that in the from the goddess, that was like our main objective is to go there.
If that's what you think.
That's why I said I thought that's what our main
Yeah.
objective was.
I mean, you can accept whatever quest you wish. You can accept as many as you want.
Yeah. I think I'll do the goblin.
Alright.
I think Goblin would be best for beginning.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so for the Goblin quest, for the description on this, they say that the Horde of Goblins is located into a cave deep within the forest. You'll pretty much have to go into the forest and explore to see what you can find, all three of you, so that way you can try and find this cave yourself.
All right.
The guards do not. The guards from there, they would do it themselves, but they're unable to find the belongings for the goblin.
Okay.
All right. So, what would you three like to try? Accept every quest? Hey, they can if they want to, Stish. That's their decision. But I will warn you guys: quest refresh every day. They refresh every day.
Every day.
Yeah, every day they
as in
refresh.
After we take a rest.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, after the sun sets and everything, then it rises up. They have new quests on that board.
Okay.
Plus, these quests take a while to do anyway, so unless you're like super duper fast and godly. All right. So, what would you guys like to try? You said the Goblin quest.
Yeah, we'll do the goblin quest.
Fine.
All right. Okay. So you guys are on the Goblin
I've
quest.
just done a lot of. I've done a lot. Every campaign I've had, there's been goblins, so it's just.
Yep.
It's kind of boring to me now with goblins.
That's the beginning.
Huh.
Either that or slime.
Okay. Don't worry. It'll get interesting. Okay. So you decide to take the Goblin quest. All right. It is located deep within the forest. In order for you guys to find this cave, you will have to go into the forest and explore, and all three of you will have to roll search rolls. And if you roll a high enough number, you'll be able to find it. or if you roll an even higher number, you might find something even better. So I guess you guys are gonna go down the pathway to the forest.
Yeah.
Alright. All three of you, go ahead and roll a search check for me.
Alright.
And it takes you about an hour to get through this area. Like going to the forest and everything.
I got 8.
Okay, you got an 8.
Yeah.
Got 16.
Not bad.
I got 11.
So as you guys explore deeper into the forest, and you look upon, your current pathway, you pretty much like all three of you, you just kind of like search for caves, you search for like walls and rocks and that kind of thing, and you came across a giant rock, but it has a hole in it, and it looks to resemble a cave, but it seems like it's coming from the ground, not from like a giant wall of rocks or anything.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are met with a potential cave, and it looks like it could go down into the ground. So, Pixel, what would you like to do first?
So, Said we already searched the area. We searched to the area, right? Not around the immediate area.
I'm sorry, what?
You said we searched to the cave, but not like the immediate, like detailed.
I don't know what you're asking, sorry.
I think he's referring as we're outside the cave, but not inside.
Yes, you are outside of the cave.
Okay.
All right. With my stuff. Also, what time of day is it?
It is afternoon. It's like 3 o'clock.
Okay.
It took you guys to explore the forest and find this.
It's around that time.
That's fine.
I guess I'd like to listen, see if I can hear anything in the cave.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. So, roll a,
Listen check?
I think so, yeah. It's like a listen check or something. What role would that
Yeah.
be?
Let's listen. Listen. Wisdom.
There is a listen check, isn't there, for like skills?
14 plus
Yeah.
4.
18.
So 18.
Let me look at the character sheets just one more time, just to make sure of stuff.
It should be under
Listen is,
knowledge, I think.
wisdom.
I'm just
Wisdom.
double checking just in case. You're probably right, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen is a wisdom check.
Okay, yeah, all right, it does exist. Okay, all right. So you roll for that, correct?
Right.
And what is the full thing for it? It says
14 plus 4.
18.
Okay, where are you gonna listen at exactly? Are you gonna listen like right
Like
outside?
inside the cave.
Okay, right inside the cave.
Like I'm outside the cave, but I'm listening, like,
We're
what's
listening
in
to
that
something
area.
outside.
Okay, so you're basically right in front of the cave, right?
Yeah.
And you pretty much like put your ear out like towards the entrance. You're just trying to listen, and from what you can hear like crank sounds, like, and you can also hear some, and you can hear some, like some bonking around and stuff. You can hear some like, I think you can hear some like goblin noises, and you can hear something cranking. And actually, since you're right in front of the cave,
I
you can actually see. Wait, what?
I also have Goblin as one of my languages.
Mm-hmm.
So, would
Does
I be
that guy
able
with
to
us
tell
by
what
chance?
they're saying? If it's
You didn't.
Goblin?
It's very hard to hear them, but you did hear something like, "Yeah, kill her now, kill her." That's all you heard. Other than that, you were just hearing like a bunch of like gibberish and stuff. So in front of you, you can actually see an elevator, but it's like made out of wood. You can also see a crank in front of it too. And the elevator shaft, if you know what I'm talking about, think of like Dark Souls kind of elevator.
Okay.
It's like that. You can also see, it's also made out of wood, and it has a pressure plate in the middle of it for it to go down and go up.
Hmm.
The cave itself actually looks pretty dark, but there is a few torches around, so that way I'm assuming the goblins can see.
Do you have a picture of this this cave?
Yeah, sure. Give me just 1 second.
Sorry, I just want to have a little visual.
Oh no, that's fine. I get that.
Because we're not in the village no more.
No, I didn't mean to open Photoshop.
Huh?
I accidentally opened Photoshop.
You can Photoshop the
Okay,
goblins.
okay. Here's something. Oh, Photoshop the goblins. Okay.
I didn't mean to open it.
All right, here you go.
Yeah, Photoshop during stream.
Where'd you send it? Oh, there it is.
A Minecraft cave, freaking Stitch.
That's pretty small. Okay. What the heck?
That's the entrance.
Yeah, that looks really small.
I'm fixing it.
Yeah.
I'm zooming in.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to Photoshop it bigger?
No, I got it. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Okay. So, you are still outside, though, you three. Alright, Dive, what would you like to do?
I'll ask Mero what he heard inside.
You asked Meryl what he heard inside.
Yeah. Meryl.
Yeah. I heard. It sounds like goblins have what seems like a girl because they said kill her.
What seems like a girl?
I keep hearing whispers of kill her.
Oh.
They must
So-
have someone that is a female.
Okay. Alright, well,
So, what would you like to try?
I think I'm going to enter the cave, but I'm going to stop in front of the elevator entrance.
So, you stop in front of the elevator entrance.
Yeah.
Will that be your turn, or would you like to try something else?
Could try and listen.
If you can. If you want to. Would you like to go for that?
Sure.
Roll d20.
19.
That's actually a really good roll. So you pretty much like put your ear down. What are your languages?
Oh. Shoot, I forgot.
You forgot your language.
Well, I know it's Orcish for one.
Yeah, it's
Orc.
Orcish, but
Let me see.
it should be on your
Uh,
character sheet.
Orc. I'm an orc, right? Yeah. I've. Where's my languages? Frick a frack. Okay, I don't know where my languages are.
That's alright.
Oh, there it
I'll
is.
give you some time.
Common, orc, bonus languages, dwarven, giant, no goblin, undercommon.
That's a lot of languages.
Yeah.
You should only have like what's your intelligence?
My intelligence is 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you should only have like 2 languages.
Yeah,
Like
I-
yeah, you should only have like 2 languages. You shouldn't even
I have Common and Orc as my automatic languages, and my bonus languages are Dwarven, Giant, Gnoll, and Goblin Undercommon.
Yeah, but your intelligence is 10, though. You don't get bonus languages.
Well, I don't speak
I don't think
Common.
so, anyways.
No, because it's a warrior class, so
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. He doesn't get no extra like languages or anything. So you only have like Common and Orc as languages.
Yeah.
That's okay. So you pretty much just like you put your ear out and you just like listen in. And from what you can hear a lot of goblin sounds like like a lot of that. And you can hear like whimpering or from like some kind of girl or something. You can also hear like flames and stuff like
Okay.
and you can also hear like the sounds of like banging and like clubs and stuff. And if you listen in close enough, you can hear a really deep
Interesting. Okay. What should I do next?
I
I'm
mean,
not sure if everybody
can you
would
do
want to go
anything?
down to the
Can you
elevator
do
with
anything
me.
next?
Hey, maybe.
No, that
No.
you kind of used up your turn.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
By the way, has the quest said anything specific about belongings?
I think so.
The quest
No.
itself mentioned
Oh.
the quest itself mentioned necklaces and rings and that kind of thing. They say like it stole her box full of jewelry and it also
Oh,
stole her
yeah.
money, like her gold pieces and stuff.
Yeah.
And it goes from there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just informing you of that.
I didn't know they stole a woman.
And they stole about 50 gold pieces.
50, huh?
However,
Okay.
you don't know if these are the correct goblins. You'll have to find that out yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Dark Eyes, your turn.
All right. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a rock and use my spell with light and light the rock.
Oh, Jesus.
So we have some light, okay? It's smart. I need light. I don't have dark vision.
As Dive listened in, it sounds like there's a lot of goblins out there.
So
Yeah,
But you could
there's a
go
lot
with
of
that
goblins,
too if
so-
you wish. You go with that if you want to, Dark Eyes.
It's on you, but if the goblins spot your life, don't come crying to me.
what are you talking about? All right.
We'll find out. So moving
We'll
on,
find out.
you would
We'll
like to
find
try. You would like to light the rock, right?
Yes, I would like to light up something. I don't have anything
Okay.
else on me, so I'm going to use a rock and light it.
Well, you have a morning star.
I don't want to use. I don't want to put light on Morningstar.
All right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so you do that. So you pretty much put a light on your rock, and now it's glowing. Anything else you'd like to try before you end your turn?
I'd like to go in.
Okay. Would you
I'd
two
like to
like to
start-
go
I
with
would
it?
like to start going in and not waste our time just standing here. Let's go. So
Okay.
I start walking in.
The elevator.
All right.
might
So
go
you
with
pretty
the
much just
elevator.
like walk onto the plate of the elevator thing that you can see, all three of you, and it slowly starts to crank like, and then it slowly brings itself down. And as the elevator itself goes down, you can see the top of you and the surroundings of you grow darker. But with the light that Dark Eyes has, with the light and everything, you can actually see the surroundings of you a bit. As you go down, you can see that whatever construct that this elevator wasn't made by some regular goblins. Even though goblins are kind of dumb and not the brightest, they're definitely not fools, and they can learn a lot of stuff, sometimes really quickly.
Okay.
Sometimes they can even learn how to use human weapons. such as bows, arrows, maybe guns.
Maybe guns.
Maybe guns. You never know. They can learn a lot of stuff.
It's a goblin with a gun.
Is it going with an AK?
And as the elevator goes down, you have reached the bottom. And around you, you can see that the cave itself is like closed in a sense, and you can only see in front of you. There are rocks on the left and the right side of you guys, and you can see the crank. You can see the crank like right in front of the elevator itself. And in front of you, you can see some torches around.
Okay.
And in front of you, it looks to be like a very large area with torches all around it. But you can't really see it because you're quite a far distance away. You would have to actually go into it to see what's up.
Okay.
Now it is Pixel's turn.
Said it was sorry, I kind of got buggy.
It's okay.
Can you repeat that a little?
I said I have to repeat all of that.
No,
All right,
not all of
okay.
it.
I said it's your turn. You guys have reached the bottom. There are two, like, there's it. Okay.
Like, I got part of the beginning. It's just that part of it kind of got buggy.
You can't really see the front of you unless you guys move.
Yeah. Then
So
I
what would you like to try?
I'd like to walk carefully out.
So you walk carefully out. Would you like to? What else would you like to try? Would you like to walk like further ahead? What's
Watch for any traps or anything.
You'll have to roll a spot check.
Yeah.
D20. There are no traps.
Okay.
It just seems to be like just a straight up cave, but with like
Alright.
but with a very odd entrance. It looks like the cave itself must have been dug down.
Okay.
So you pretty much like spot around for traps, and in front of you, you can see what happens to be a group of goblins. Seems to be about like 3. There are 3 goblins like right in the middle, right? And they seem to have pitchforks, like little pitchforks. The goblins are about like 3 feet tall. And you could see 3 of them, right? And they're in front. And in front of you even further, you could see a woman, and she seems to be stuck onto like a stick, but she's restrained and she's like almost like she's literally cannot move. She's like stuck onto like a stick. And underneath her you can see fire. And behind her you can see a hobgoblin.
Alright.
And the hobgoblin seems to be pretty big. He's about like... Hobgoblins are huge. They're like 7 feet, 8 feet tall. I mean, if you think goblins are really tiny, these guys are the complete opposite. Hobgoblins are pretty, like, they're pretty big. And you can hear him growling too, and he has like, he basically has his teeth out, and he has a big battle axe. However, he doesn't look like he's wearing any sort of armor at all. His chest is completely exposed, and he has no armor on. The only thing that he has on is just a tunic. He's not even wearing shoes. He's like almost naked.
Okay.
However, you can hear since you know how to speak Goblin, you can hear them say, "Yes, kill her now. We have to sacrifice her to our demon lord. Yes, 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 yes." Almost like the Beavis voice or Butthead voice. Think of it like that almost.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand what they're saying. And yes, as they keep on they're pretty much just like chatting like, sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Get rid of her. We don't need no human scum in our world. and she's pretty much like redheaded. She seems to be fair skinned. She's the only thing that she's wearing is like just like a brown tunic, and she's like her eyes are closed, and she's very tied up, and she looks like she's barely alive.
I say hope.
Now it's Dive's turn, and you can see the fire underneath her slowly begin to.
Okay. Well, I follow behind Meryl, number one.
Oh, I forgot to mention. In that area, right behind the hobgoblin, all that stuff. There's actually a big treasure chest. There's a big treasure chest. There's like a big old chair, and there's some decorations around it too. It seems like something must be ruling these goblins. Just letting you know that. So, what would you like to do? You'd like to go behind him, Pixel?
Yeah, I'm gonna go behind Pixel.
Yeah.
All right. So you go behind Pixel.
And I'll ask him. Anything we could use to take care of these goblins fast before they kill the lady that's stuck on a stake above the fire?
And Dark Eyes, would you like to catch up with them too? Dark Eyes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'll let you catch up to him. You pretty much,
Yeah.
you three are basically going up, like all three of you at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make it
Okay.
fair that way. So that way it's not like one of you goes ahead and then you do your thing, and then one of you goes ahead and does your thing, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
for this moment, I'll let you guys go at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to get her away from the fire and also distract the goblins.
She seems to be
From
on a very
getting
high
her.
stick. Like, the stick itself is like 10 feet, and she's tied up at the top, and the fire below is like a foot high. So, and it seems like it's rising even further though. All around it, you can actually see like a bunch of like gas and that kind of thing. And you can see like they have like a bottle, like a big bottle of gas by it. And you know they seem like they're eager to try and burn it, but the goblins themselves look like they're trying to torture the girl first before they sacrifice her.
Burn her! It's a witch!
Burn the witch! Burn the witch!
Burn
Burn
her!
the witch!
All right.
What else floats on water? Very small rocks. A duck.
Oh god.
Burn her!
All right. Okay. Moving on. What are your guys' plan? How would you like to go about this situation? It seems pretty dire. Plus, you know, you have three goblins. They all have like pitchforks and little weapons and stuff. They're wearing a bit of armor though, so they might be a little hard to hit. And they're small too. The cave itself, like the guys that like the room that it sits in, it's pretty big. It's actually like very big, but there's not like any holes or any different rooms or anything itself either. It just seems to be one big room for like a cave.
I might have an idea. Dark Eyes.
Yeah,
Why don't you use your ray of frost on the fire?
I could do that. Yeah.
You guys are about, let's see, let me check the distance for that. You guys are pretty close though. Like, the distance for that is it's about 50 feet. Like, you guys are looking at it from 50 feet.
All
You know
right.
the situation, but I want to see how far Ray of Frost can reach.
Oh yeah. That's-
Let's see, 25 feet plus 5 feet for every 2 levels. Your ray wouldn't reach from your angle. You'd have to get a little closer, but and it's even worse because you have a light rock.
You have a light
Yeah.
what?
So as
he has a light rock.
as Dark Eyes heads upwards and such, the hobgoblin from behind the girl notices something bright ahead, and he starts to snarl and growl. He's like, "Ah!" and suddenly he pulls out his battle axe, and he points ahead of him, and he says, "Intruders!" like really loudly. And then suddenly, the three goblins they like turn around like, eh? And then they see you guys. Like, eh. Little confused goblin sounds. Roll initiative. They're going to attack you.
Oh god.
17 plus 1.
14. Wait, what's my initiative roll? Oh, I don't have
0.
any dex modifiers. Never mind. I have 14.
I'm the only one with 1.
I have one.
What you do?
Now I do, I guess.
Do you?
Apparently. It says it on my sheet.
What's your
I have one.
no? What's your ability score
My ability score.
for dexterity?
Yeah,
Roll d20. Time's ticking.
Dexterity is a 13, so I have a 1 modifier for that.
No, the like what number?
1. Oh,
Wait, so
No, the other number for
13
it.
I said.
Oh,
okay, you got one.
Yeah, I said I have
So-
13, which I have an ability modifier.
Did you roll against? You tied with Pixel?
no, I have plus 1.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Alright. I roll for the enemies that are gonna attack.
Oh god. There you go.
17 1.
This will be funny.
I got a
The
16.
first one is for the hobgoblin, and the second one is for the goblins.
Alright, so
I
I'm
got a
last.
16.
I'm last.
No, the goblins are.
Okay. So ego. Oh, and since they rolled that, we'll do that one first. So the goblins, one of the goblins tried to like one of them, but suddenly he kicked over that jug of gas, and the fire literally like spread all across them, like all three of them, and just started burning them. Like
my
one of the
God.
goblins just like kicked it over, but it didn't touch the lady though. The lady is safe. But the fire literally went over to them and spread, and they're like, ah! Ah! like really loudly. And then, since they're covered in fire, and it literally like they just kicked it, and it just broke all over them, and it just spread. Because they rolled a 1, really bad. They're going to take 1d4 of burn damage. All right, so yeah, they're on fire right now, and they're freaking out, and they pretty much just like fall on the ground, and they're trying to roll the flame.
So they took 2 damage each.
But let's see the hobgoblin himself. He rolled a 17. And he has, let's see. Okay.
Is that his
Alright.
initiative?
Okay. Yeah. No, he has an initiative. But let's see. What's Dive's initiative?
I have 14, so I'm last. Pixel's first, because he got +1.
I have
Well, wait a
18
second.
altogether.
He has 17 total. I have 16 total.
Well, wait a second. So
My dexterity modifier.
Dive got a 19, right? And his initiative. What's your dexterity, Dive?
0.
Okay, so that's a 19. Pixel rolled
No.
an 11.
You have 19? I have 14.
No, 19 was earlier. 14 is now.
No, like 19. Oh my god. Okay, Dive. What is your dexterity modifier?
0.
Alright. You rolled initiative, which is a d20. That is a 19. You rolled a 19.
You rolled a
Pixel
14.
rolled.
I rolled a 14.
You rolled a 14, but up ahead I can see something else.
Look down.
Look down.
A little bit more.
Okay. So he rolled a 14. Pixel rolled an 11.
He rolled a
17.
17.
I rolled a 17. You gotta look at the
Okay. I got confused. Alright, so he rolled a 17.
I rolled
Then
a
plus
I
16.
rolled
one.
a 14. Yeah, plus 1, so that's an 18. I've got 14. And then Ego or Kenneth got 16. So Kenneth is going to go second, and Dive is going to go last, and Pixel's going to go first.
Yeah.
All right, so it's gonna be Pixel, and then Kenneth, and then Dive. All right, Pixel. Ahead of you.
Goblin.
Huh?
The hobgoblin.
So you're gonna try and attack the Hobgoblin?
No, I meant
What's his
The-
initiative?
What is his initiative?
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't know.
It's 17. So
Well, no, he rolled for 17, but you don't know what his initiative is. However, you do know that you've won initiative.
okay.
Okay. So Pixel's first.
All right. So the goblins themselves, how far are they?
They're actually like 30 feet in front. They try to run up to you, but the goblins, they're on fire because they roll a 1 and they literally shattered the big jug of gas and it just like spread on them and it just started burning them.
My God.
Alright. So
And they've taken 2 damage and they're still on fire.
So I have a short bow now with a range of 60 feet with multi-purpose arrows.
English.
So do I have a bomb arrow with the multi-purpose arrows, or
You don't have any bomb arrows.
okay?
You only got fire arrows and regular. Well, actually, no. You only got regular, but you can try and light them on fire to become a fire arrow. But that would take a while, though. You would have to how that would go is you would have to take your time to light it up, like with the flint, and then you would have to shoot it. So that would take a while to do. Unless you want to use up your whole turn just so you can light it up.
Nah, I mean they're already on fire, so
Yeah.
so
So
I'll just use an arrow,
What are you gonna shoot?
just a regular arrow.
Well, I mean, who are you gonna aim at?
One of the goblins.
All right, roll a d20.
$12.
Okay. Let's see. What's your dex?
13. So ability modifier 1. So 13.
All right, you barely landed. The goblin's armor class is 13.
Oh, okay.
You barely land your hit. Roll for damage.
And my damage is 1d6 plus 1.
The plus one's from dexterity, right?
4 altogether.
Okay.
Okay. So you basically aim the arrow at one of the goblins, and it hit. And you managed to basically shoot it right at its arm. And it pretty much just you shot at its arm, like its stubby little arm, but it did 4 damage to the goblin. Now, I will say this will have to be the goblin's health. Just for goblins in general, it's going to be for these goblins, it's actually 10 health. They got a lot. They can take a beating. But currently, they all have 8 health. And you shot one of the goblins, so I'm just gonna say it's goblin number 1.
They have 4 health.
He now has 4 health, while goblin.
Well, the other 2 has 8.
2 and 3 have 8.
Yep, goblin number 2 and 3 have 8. However, you don't know how much health the hobgoblin has.
Right.
You would kind of have to fight them more to understand it. All right. Let's see. Okay. Dark Eyes. What would you like to do? You have a golden shiny rock in your hand, and you have a morning star in your other hand.
I'm gonna put the rock down, and I'm gonna attack with my
So you
morning star.
successfully put Dwayne Johnson on the ground. And what are you going to attack?
I guess Dwayne doesn't like his world anymore.
You're going to attack what?
One of the goblins that are
On fire?
yeah.
Roll d20.
Aren't they all on fire?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, they're all on fire at the moment, and they're trying to put him. They're trying to put it out.
Okay.
All right, so
13.
13
Plus
plus
1 is 14.
No, that's not dexterity. Hold on.
That's actually strength. He's using his Morning Star.
Oh,
Is it strength or is it
It's
my
strength.
attack bonus?
Because you're using basically what's going on here, right? You roll d20, then you add your base attack bonus. Now it becomes 14 since it's plus 1, right?
My attack bonus is 3 for my Morning Star.
Yeah, okay. So you roll 13, and your base attack bonus is 1, and your strength modifier is 2. So 1 plus 2
so 3.
equals 3.
Okay, got it.
So that becomes 16. So
Okay.
you successfully hit one of the goblins.
Okay.
So you all right. Which one are you aiming at specifically?
The
Because there's Goblin 1 and there's Goblin 2 and 3. 2 and 3 have 8 health, but the first one has 4.
I'll just go for the one that has 4.
Roll for damage.
Let's see, that was D8. D8 plus 2. I got a 3.
oh come on.
Well,
The one number that.
No, sorry, no. It was supposed to be plus 3. I put plus. No, that was right. Never mind. That was right. Yeah, I got a 3.
well, you went up to the goblin that's kind of on fire. You're starting to put it out.
Got him to 1 hit point at least, so.
And you pretty much just like ran up to him, and then you just like you kind of just like smacked his leg with the Morning Star,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of just like hit him. You kind of just like made him lie on the ground. It looked really awkward. Like you literally just ran up to him, and then you swiped at him, but you hit his leg, and then he just like it does a little damage. But you kind of just like knocked him on the ground, like swept his leg off of his body.
But isn't he almost dead? Doesn't he only have
Yeah,
one
he's
hit
at
point
1
more?
health.
Yeah.
He's at 1 more hit point.
However, you're starting to notice that the fire is starting to catch on your feet a little bit.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right,
I'm gonna
Dive,
get
it's
burned
your
to
turn.
death, guys.
My turn now.
Well, I mean, you're kind of in a puddle of gas.
Oh yeah, because you ran up to him.
Yeah, you literally ran up to him while that's happening.
Okay. I'm going to.
The burning corpses of the goblin horse shall be enough. Our guys love that. That's a wonderful quote. All right, go on, Dive.
Oh god. Okay. So, the goblins are still on fire, right?
They're actually about to put it out.
Okay. I will.
They basically they got out of the gas puddle, and thanks to their armor, it actually prevented them from suffering more burns.
Okay. I'm going to finish off the goblin, the first one.
All right, what are you gonna do? Like, just like attack him with what exactly?
With my light crossbow.
All right. Oh shoot. That's actually gonna cost you a turn because you're switching weapons. I mean, you had like your greatsword and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, that actually costs you a turn, like switching weapons and stuff.
Okay.
Like you would have to because you're literally like putting away your big greatsword, and then you're grabbing your crossbow, and that takes like 5 to 10 seconds to do.
Okay. I didn't know I had
Probably
the
more
great
than
sword in my
that.
hand.
Huh?
I didn't know I had the great sword.
Yeah, you had it.
Alright, change of plans. I'm going to attack the hobgoblin with my great sword.
All right. Roll for damage. Or I'm sorry, attack.
Roll for attack. Okay.
Yeah, roll your attack just to try and hit him.
9. I don't think
Your
that's gonna
strength?
hit. My strength is 4. Plus 9 plus 4 is 13.
Oh. 13 was the number to hit it, right?
Wait, what was your base attack bonus?
2.
Okay, so your base attack bonus, which is like 2, and then plus your strength modifier, which is 4, so that
6.
becomes 6, and then plus 9 equals
Is
15.
15.
So you rolled a 15. Alright, that's a good
Okay.
roll. So you successfully like ran up to the hobgoblin with your greatsword.
Yeah.
Roll for damage.
My damage is 2d6 plus 8. Ay. 6 plus 8. 14.
That's a lot. Okay, so you basically ran up to, and you just like you pretty much just like with one big giant slice, you pretty much just like ran up to him, and you cut off one of his arms. Essentially, you cut off his left arm,
Great.
and you see his arm fall to the ground. However, you can see the hobgoblin isn't really phased by it.
Huh.
But you can
Interesting.
see a bunch of green blood basically coming out of his like stump. Now it's the hobgoblin's turn. As you look at the hobgoblin, you can see that his stump is actually like slowly starting to morph itself. And by that I mean like how do I say it?
Regenerate?
Not regenerate, no, it doesn't regenerate, but it actually what is that thing where if you lose an arm and then you like put fire over it and then like it like
Seals
it
the wound?
what is that word? What is that word?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Like when your arm cut, like you see how in those movies and stuff, like with their arm cut off, but they grab like a heat source and they put it over their stump, so that way it stops it from bleeding.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Pretty much that's what happens, but he doesn't have like a fire source or anything. It actually
Like-
just does it by itself. It's really weird.
Like it's welding together?
Yes, it's welding together and it stops bleeding.
Okay.
And you see him with his big battle axe, but he's carrying it with one hand. It's actually supposed to be a two-handed battle axe, but it seems like he's strong enough to carry it.
Amputate.
Yeah.
Oh,
And since he sees you right in front of him, you're his first target. So he's gonna come after you first. Since you literally just lopped his arm off.
I can't do anything else because I'm going to use it my turn if I switch my crossbow.
Alright, let's see.
3.
Yeah, he misses. He misses really badly. So he looks to you and he pretty much he tries to pull out his battle axe from his back, but it gets stuck.
Uh-oh.
It's stuck on his back for some reason. He's not able to pull it out. Like for some reason it's just stuck. Then now he pulls it out, and then by the time that happens, it'll be the goblin's turn. So let's see. So the 3 goblins, right, that you can see that are on the floor, they have successfully put out their flames, and they actually had knives on them, and it looks to me like they're going to attack Dark Eyes.
Okay.
The two of them,
What do we
actually.
do?
They're
The
both
two
gonna
of
attack
them.
me at the same time?
Yeah, they're gonna literally like jump at you and try.
You need 3 of them?
Not 3 of them.
One's on the
Because
ground.
one is on the ground because he literally knocked it on his feet, like on its ass, or I mean butt. Now let's see. Oh no, they're doing a bad job, dude. Oh no. Oh man, they are getting really bad rolls.
That's good.
Two.
That's good.
So 2 of them try to charge, like they literally just jump right at you, but then suddenly they accidentally jump into the fire that the lady. They literally jump into the fire, and then you can see their eyeballs basically swelling up and then popping, and it kind of killed them.
Oh,
Wow.
so 2 goblins down
Yeah, and there's one left right in front.
with 1
Dead.
HP.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. There's one like right in front of him, and he's like lying there, like almost dead. He's like bleeding and everything.
Okay, speaking of HP, how much does a hobgoblin have?
Let's see. So you did
I did 14,
yeah, you did 14 damage. He has about 40 health.
so he has 26 left.
Yeah, he's got 26 left since you lopped off his arm.
Okay. Good call, me.
Let's see. Now it's Pixel's. Pixel's turn since he
Yeah.
was first.
All right.
Like since the 2 goblins just accidentally jumped into the fire. Like here's what happened. Like they were literally behind like Dark Eyes, right? And Dark Eyes is like right in front of the dead, like almost dead goblin. And then suddenly he hears them like charging and jumping on him, right? He's like, nah! And then Dark Eyes like looks behind him, and then he just steps out of the way, and then the goblins just like land right in the fire and they die. That's pretty much what happened.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Alright, Pixel, what would you like to do?
So, I'm going to try and come up to the goblin and
Just smack his face.
no, I'm actually going to
Well, almost anything can knock him out
no,
at this
I'm trying to
point.
hold him down so I can get more information out of him for later.
Alright,
Okay.
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 So roll for strength.
Roll for intimidation.
Be a caveat.
You're trying to interrogate him.
Wouldn't that be
Diplomacy.
It's D20.
No.
No, I'm saying wouldn't that be oh, never mind. I was thinking like chirp intimidate. 10
Yeah.
plus intimidate is strength, right?
Charisma.
I
Charisma?
think it's charisma.
Mhm.
So what's your charisma?
0.
Okay. So you pretty much just like if you rolled a 1, you literally would have walked up to him and he would have laughed at you thinking you're a clown. Alright. So you pretty much just like and you're trying to hold him down too, right? So that way you can
I mean, he's at
interrogate him.
1 HP.
Yeah, he can barely move. He's like almost dead. And he's like coughing up blood and like his leg is like broken and his arm is gone. So he's like almost dead. After you shot the arrow in his arm, his literally came off.
Mhm.
Alright, so what are you trying to ask him?
I'm trying to ask him, like, I guess, if there's any other goblin over, like in the area.
He pretty much just goes, he spits right in your face. And he says, like I would tell you that. Anything
If
else
you
you'd like
want
to
to
ask him? The goblin appears to be fearless.
Didn't-
Anything else?
I can't attack, right? So
I mean, you got him. You got him right in front of you.
Okay, I'll just
you
look
literally,
into the fire. I'll try to kick him into the fire.
All right. I mean, I don't think you. All right, roll d20.
Oh, 3.
Yikes.
You trip over him and you fall on the ground. You were on. You didn't do good. You basically like you tried to kick him, but you accidentally tripped and fell. You didn't fall into the fire, but you were really close to doing that. And the goblin giggles at you. All right, now it's now it's Dark Ice's turn.
So am I burning?
Well, your leg is starting to.
Better take care of that fast.
Can I do like a ray of frost and an attack, or is that my spell?
Suddenly, you can see the fire beginning to touch the ghost's feet, and then she opens her eyes, and then she begins to yelp a little bit.
But can I use my spell and do attack, or is
No,
that... Okay.
no. You can only do one. You can only do one of either.
Okay, I'll just do a ray of frost in the fire by the girl.
All right. So you pretty much just like point your finger out and you shoot at the fire, but unfortunately, it wasn't able to fully extinguish it. But you did bring down the flames enough to where it would stop touching her. So now the flames have been reduced. The fire is big. Like we're talking like 10, 20 feet around the whole entire stick. It's a big fire. But you were able to extinguish some of it to where it would not connect with her legs.
Okay. My turn is done.
So you kind of protected the go. Now it's back to Dive, and he's still fighting with that hobgoblin.
I am.
So now it's your turn. You pretty much see that he has his battle axe stuck on his back. What would you like to do?
I'm going to attack now that I have the chance.
Roll a d20.
Critical hits!
Oh, alright. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Alright, now here's what's gonna happen. Roll a d20 again.
Okay.
Here's what's gonna happen, alright? Just roll a d20 again.
8.
Alright, okay, so 8 plus 6. I think that's 14, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 14. Okay. You successfully landed a crit. Roll for damage. This ought to be good. roll for damage. Roll your crit.
Okay. I'm excited for this
Oh
moment
dear God.
to finally happen. 1, 2, D. Was it 16? No, 8 plus 16. 25.
Oh my God. Let's see. How much health did he have?
26.
Oh my God! All right. Here's what happens. So you pretty much just like ran up to him, and then
Wait.
with one slice.
I
What?
forgot about power attack.
Your power attack? Oh no, it's too late now.
Oh, well,
It's
fine,
it's
whatever.
too late now. You
It's
land
fine.
a crit. All right.
I did.
So you pretty much ran up to him, and with one swipe of your sword, you pretty much just like cut off his right leg, and then he falls down, and then you chop off his other leg, and then you chopped off his arm, and now he's just a bleeding torso on the ground. And he's at 1 health, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at 1 health. You pretty much restrict all of his movement. Now he's just a torso on the ground. And he's just like, and then he's just like coughing up blood now. He's like almost dead.
This is a different goblin, right?
You literally made him unable to move.
This is a different goblin, right?
That's the
It's a
It's a
hobgoblin.
Oh, the hobgoblin. Okay.
Yeah, he fudged him up. Yeah, he literally chopped off both his legs and his last arm. And now he's just a torso on the ground.
So now his turn, which he can't really do anything.
No, but
No.
unless he stands up and then bounces and bites you. But but he can't even move now. He's like unable to do anything. He literally cannot make an attack. He's like almost a goner.
I'm so happy I got the great sword.
It does a lot of damage, but I think it takes up like a turn or something. Plus it also takes up both of your hands too. That's why it's
It
so
does.
powerful. It takes up both of your hands and stuff. There's like a lot of like restrictions when you use double or two-handed weapons, but
Yeah.
they are very powerful when you do use them. That's why I didn't want to give you a great sword in the beginning of the campaign because freaking great swords are overpowered. All right, moving on. It looks like you successfully well, except for the goblin lying on the ground, that's like at 1 health, and for the hobgoblin,
Who's also at
Um,
1 health.
that's also at 1 health. It is now Darkside's turn. Or I mean, yeah, Dark Ice's turn.
Dark
Wait,
side.
Yeah.
wouldn't it be my turn?
Yeah,
what-
be pixels.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I got mixed up. Okay, Pixel, go for it. So you're on the ground right now.
All right. I'd like to get up.
So you get what would you like to do?
Can I try to get the girl off the pole?
You can try.
What would I roll for? Like,
Well, I mean, there's a lot of fire all over it. You'll have to roll a strength check. But how are you gonna try and get her off it? She's tied on there with rope.
oh hey, I have an idea.
Like both of her hands are like behind her back, and same, and her legs are like in front of her. Like she's tied up all around. Like you would have to cut it off or something. You can't just go up there and then just tangle it because you'll catch on fire.
Right. It's just a big stick, right? Like,
Yeah,
not
it's
held
just
down or
it's
anything.
like it's a big old stick and it's like stuck in the ground.
Okay. Would it fall over if something heavy enough was thrown at it?
That you'll have to find out yourself.
All right. Then I ask. I yell at Naguk, "Hey!"
Are you gonna throw the goblin? Oh my god. Okay. No. Okay. I'll let this. Go ahead.
Can you throw this goblin at the girl?
Mate, he has a hobgoblin without any arms or legs.
Or that hobgoblin? Actually, no. The hobgoblin would probably crush the girl, so let's not use the hobgoblin.
Yeah, he's got a big body, like a big torso.
Can you throw this goblin at the girl so that way the stick knocks down while
You gotta
I
throw
catch
it at the girl? All right.
and then
Okay.
while the stick crashes down, I'm over on the other side to catch her.
All right. So is that what you want to do, Dive?
Are you sure about that?
Do it!
So you want to throw the goblin at the girl, right?
Alright, I'll throw the goblin at the girl.
All right. Roll a strength check.
Sounds intimidating.
D20.
Sounds
Oh, shit.
dangerous.
Oh,
Hold on. Strength, it's 8.
So you picked up the goblin, right? And you like for some reason you got a cramp in your leg, and then you threw it, and suddenly it hit the girl right on the face, the body itself, and then it knocked the stick back a bit,
Well,
and then the girl suddenly has blood coming out of her nose, and then suddenly she opens her eyes again, and she says, "Are you trying to kill me?"
it was his plan, not mine.
But then suddenly the stick actually like goes back a little, like it's curved in a way. Like
It's
you
still
pretty much moved it, but suddenly the torso falls into the pit of fire, and then the goblin screams as it's burning. However, you can see the fire is beginning to rise, and now it's touching her legs a little bit.
Alright, we need to get the girl
And she
down
says,
now.
"Help me, please help me."
Alright. I guess
Let's see. I think it's Dark Ice's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his turn now. Go
So
ahead.
is the other goblin right next to me still?
No, he got thrown at the girl's face.
Oh, that was the goblin that was thrown. Is it
Yeah,
dead?
he got thrown at the girl's face. Yeah, dude, he got burned into the flames.
Okay.
He threw it at the girl's face, and it fell into the fire, and then it died.
So are all the goblins almost dead? How close?
Well,
Just the
mine is-
hobgoblin
just-
left.
The hobgoblin is he's just laying on the ground. Like, that's all he's doing.
How far away
He's
is
just
he
laying
from
on
me?
the ground, and it looks like he's trying to, like, squirm or worm away.
How far away is he from me?
Which,
He's like 10, 20 feet.
Can I get burned even more if I go by him and try to kill him?
Not really, no. You wouldn't get burned.
Okay, I'll go over there and attack him and try to defeat him.
Try to defeat... Okay, yeah.
okay,
It's only one damage left, so it should.
Roll a d20. Roll a d20.
You never know. You never know what could happen.
He does have an armor class of 15.
I could miss him.
No, his armor class is way low now. He can't even...
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because of me.
Like, his armor class is like 5.
Because of me.
I got,
He
I got
hit.
10.
Yeah, you hit him. Roll for damage.
But does he really need to roll for damage?
Sorry, 1 second.
I mean, might as well.
Yeah, might as well. I wish I want to do 32 damage.
Got a 7.
Oh god. Alright. So he walks, so basically you run up, or you like walk up to him, and as he's trying to squirm away, like trying to reach the entrance, you put your foot right on his back, and then you kicked him like on his back, and then you put your foot on his chest, and then with your Morning Star, you pretty much just like with one hard swing, you smacked him right on his face, and his brains and head just exploded and splattered.
Okay.
You have goblin blood on you and on your star. So you killed the hobgoblin.
Okay.
Even though Dive was very close to doing that. He doesn't get the killing blow.
Yeah.
Alright. All the goblins are dead. But all that's left now is there's that big treasure chest, and you can see that the fire is still burning the stake, and the girl is literally like, she's literally like close to falling right into the fire. You have to think quick in these next few actions.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's see. Starting with
Jeff Claire's turns next.
Oh,
yeah.
But we're
Well,
not,
no,
we're not, yeah, we're
that
not
was
fighting
battle.
anymore.
That's for
That was
combat.
battle. Battle is over now.
Okay, so let's pick
Battle
something.
is actually over. Oh yeah. Since you guys killed those goblins, I'm gonna award you some experience points.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Let's see. For every goblin death, that'll be 100 experience points. In total. And for the hobgoblin, since he got killed by Kenneth, taking all the credit,
Thanks,
that'll be 300 experience points.
So 200 extra for the bolt, like together for the 2 other goblins.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, how to say this?
So me and
Okay, so
Jeff get 400.
basically, I'll just say this in total for you guys. You killed 3 goblins, which is 300 experience points. The hobgoblin is dead, and since you guys were able to kill him, that was 300 experience points. But since Kenneth dealt the killing blow, he gets an extra 100 experience points.
So I have 800.
So,
now.
so
You basically get
basically,
600.
you guys earn 600 experience points, and Kenneth has earned 700.
No, I've earned 700, so I'm at 800
Yeah.
total.
So he earned 700, and you guys were able to 600, like you Pixel and Dive.
Man, I'm getting most experience.
That's because you're stealing people's kills.
Yeah.
That
Like
first
usual.
that first one I did though,
Like
that was
usual.
mostly
Like usual.
that was mostly my That was
Dive's
mostly my
moment.
attacks.
Although it's kind of Dive's fault too, because he could have like literally threw like the hobgoblin's corpse at it, and that would have counted as a kill blow. But
No, but I would have killed the girl.
Hey,
No, you
that
wouldn't.
first attack
How do you
though
know?
against the zombie, I did most of that damage, and I thought I killed him. So
well, you killed him.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, you
did.
killed him, and you dealt damage too. And Dive took out that zombie's heart.
yeah.
But his sword became corrupted for a second, and then Pixel was able to save him from that happening. Anyways, the girl is still on the stake. I'll just say this now: if you guys don't do anything within like the next couple turns, she might actually die.
Okay, Pixel, you're
So you'll have to think fast.
All right. The goop. Now throw me at her.
Oh
jeez.
God, you guys are like 10 feet in front of it.
Okay. Well, you said it was a huge fire.
It is a huge fire, but like you are within a distance. But the fire is like the height of the flames right now. They're like 2 feet.
Oh.
They're like 2 or 3 feet. They're pretty large.
I was thinking it was a lot bigger.
Well, you can't. Well, it's like a ring of fire. You can't just walk in it.
How about I just jump up and just knock the stake from the top, so she'll fall backwards.
Repeat
I
that.
can get on the.
Like I jump up, right, and just whack the stick backwards away from the fire with at least one of my swords.
That wouldn't matter. The fire is already all around it. They're all at the same height and everything.
Oh, okay.
So we can't jump to it without catching on fire?
Unfortunately,
Okay.
you guys let the fire rise too much. You were too busy fighting the goblin.
Well, we would have
So
died.
throw
if we
me
didn't.
at her, and then.
However, Dark Eyes, I think he still has an extra ray frost spell.
He does.
So if he uses that, he can actually lower the fires a bit and extinguish some of its flames.
Okay,
And
I'll
that'll
do
give you
that.
that'll give you enough time to do something else.
I'll do that. But it's not my turn yet.
No, it isn't. But that's an idea, though.
Okay.
That is an idea.
However, you can do like a rally. That can actually be a thing. I can
Rally?
like, if you wanted to, you could give your turn to that other person's turn, so that way they can make their move. But if they made their own move again, that would actually decrease their attack. That's actually another special thing that I got with my DM things. So basically what I'm saying is you can sacrifice your turn to give it to somebody else's turn. That way they can have an extra move to do. Does that make sense?
I see.
However, there's a penalty for that. When they do their move, right? But if they do it again, like another move, they get penalties on their like attack and moves and rolls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Basically a -3. Just letting you know that. That's a homebrew thing for me, but I do that as well. In case if it comes to that point.
Okay.
It's a nice feature that I put in.
Alright.
Alright,
What are we gonna do?
Pixel's turn.
So. The
Oh
goop.
snap! I forgot to make. I forgot
You forgot what?
spell.
What?
Say that?
That's okay. I'll make him roll for it next time.
Wait,
Okay,
what did you say?
continue. I forgot to make you roll D100 for your spell failure.
Oh, right.
Oh.
But
Me?
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll allow it just this once, because you probably would have counted it anyway. Because
Okay.
it's really a 15% chance to miss it. So go ahead and continue.
I can do it right now and see what would happen.
It's way too late.
That's way too late for that.
I know, but we could have just seen
All right,
what would
Pixel.
happen
What would
if-
you like to do?
The gook. Throw me towards her.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. I'll probably take some damage, but the flames are too great right now.
All right. I gotta roll a strength check again.
Yep, you roll a strength check.
Oh,
It's better. Plus
Yeah.
4 is 12. I got,
All right, let's see.
I got 7
7, 4.
12. No, 11.
No.
How much does your character weigh? Pixel.
I weigh 120 pounds.
Okay, you're super light. Yeah, he'll just throw you up there. So he pretty much just like he grabs you by your legs and stuff, or like your hips, and then within a position, he pretty much just like heave, and then he just like throws you up on the stake while it's curved downwards. Now you're on the stake, and you can see rope in front of you, and the girl is like on the side, tied up, and the flames are starting to get higher. What do you want to do?
I want to untie her.
You don't. Let's see. You can see a big old knot right behind the right behind her where
I have
her
one of
hands
my
are.
knives on me.
You can use that.
Yeah.
I'll just cut the rope with the knife.
Roll a dexterity check.
9 plus 1 dexterity, so 10.
The ropes are a bit thick, but luckily enough, you were able to cut off the rope so that way one of her hands can be free.
All right.
Okay. Now it is turn, I think. Oh no.
Dark eyes.
Wait.
I think it's Dive's turn actually.
Yeah,
It's my turn.
Yeah, it's Dive's turn. What would you like to try?
Okay.
You can see that one of her arms is free, and she's trying to like pull herself up onto the stake.
Okay. Quick question. Is there? I'm pretty sure the firewood is causing the fire. Is fuel for the fire, right?
Yes, it's starting to eat it up.
Okay. What about if I separate the firewood?
How would you do that?
With my sword, I can just knock them away.
Knock the sword like the wood? The wood is huge though.
Oh, it's that big?
Yeah, it's like 3 feet like in width. It's a big stick. You can't like knock it out of there. That's like you're not strong enough to do that.
Okay. What is that?
All right, now it's what would you like to try though?
I have no idea.
However, you do have full plate armor on.
I do.
You do have full plate armor on, and you could potentially run into there and use your sword and just cut off the ropes, but you will take some damage in the process. But that's a choice. That's a choice. You can go for that too. I mean,
how much damage would I take if I go there? So what
the
die?
rolls will depend on that.
Well, what die?
1d4.
All right, that's fine. I'm gonna go
Like
I'm gonna go
1d4.
ahead- I'm gonna go ahead and go into the flames and cut the rope.
All right, and I'm gonna roll your damage.
Okay.
You take 3. So you essentially you pretty much you walk up to the stick and you're gonna use your greatsword, right?
Yeah.
With one slice, you slice at the rope. But the woman, like with one of her arms, she's like slowly falling down from the stake itself and into the flames.
The rope?
You cut the rope, and then suddenly she started to.
Oh, okay. Can I catch her and bring her out?
Roll reflex. Reflex save.
What's my reflex save? 0. Well, okay. Here goes nothing. 3.
She falls into the flames and she begins to burn. And then suddenly she starts to shriek in pain.
Nice. It's my turn.
Yep, it's your turn now.
All right, Ray of Frost.
As the flames begin to die down, oh yeah, roll your D100.
Good save there. We almost forgot
roll,
again.
roll your D100.
So if I get anything higher than 15?
No, if you get anything,
If
you
it's
get
lower
15
than
or lower.
15, it doesn't work. The
Yeah,
spell fails.
so anything higher than 15 works.
Yes.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, your chances of casting spells are pretty high.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
And it fails. And it fails. So you pretty much point your finger out, and suddenly you pretty much hear this. It doesn't work. Your spell failed. Now it is time for Pixel's turn, and as he looks below her or below him, you can
She's
see the
dead.
girl is starting. Oh, she's not dead. She's still
dying.
alive. She's dying. Yeah, she's on fire, and she's slowly starting to burn.
I guess I jump down from the stick and get her out of the fire.
Roll a dexterity check. Or no, I'm sorry, reflex.
Reflex.
Yeah, reflex.
Oh my. 5 plus so 6.
You jump down into the fire, and then you fall down and you start burning yourself. However, since you're directly in the flames, you're going to take...
You take more damage than I do.
Yeah, because he's not wearing the armor like he is. Oops,
You put the
I
T on
did
before the
that
exclamation.
backwards. Yeah, I saw that.
1.
Oh my.
Okay, so luckily for you, you closed your eyes in time so the fire wouldn't get in your eyes, and you pretty much just like pull your hands like together like in a blocking position, so you suffer just a few minor burns, but the woman is right in front of you. So you pretty much like landed on top of her, but you're kind of protecting her from the flames in a sense.
Okay.
Okay.
But now you're just starting to burn.
Alright,
Burn her.
Out of the fire.
It's a witch.
Alright, now let's see. It's Dive's turn.
Oh god, I'm gonna.
This is a huh?
Burn
I'm
her.
gonna take both of them out.
Roll a strength check, because that's very hard to do.
Oh my.
6 plus
You only
4,
have
10.
enough strength to take out one of them.
I'll,
Take the girl.
I'll take the girl.
So you quickly pushed Pixel off of the girl, and you quickly grabbed her by the arms and legs, and then you just jumped out of the flames onto the ground. And Pixel's still in the fire burning.
It's not gonna
So,
anyways.
but however, the girl herself, she actually seems like she's like blackish, and she seems like she's pretty burnt, but she's barely alive. Like her skin is like kind of crispy black at the moment, and then she's like barely opening her eyes, and her eyes are like bloodshotted. She barely looks alive at this point, and she kind of like raised her hand at Dive and said, "Thank you."
We need Pixel to do heal light wounds on her.
Now, let's see. Now it's Dark Eye's turn. Damn it.
Cure light wounds.
So she's still burning, right?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. No. She's not on fire,
She's not on fire because I took her
but
out.
she took a lot of damage though, because Dive successfully like pushed as soon as Pixel was on top and stuff while he was in the flames. Oh yeah, you take more damage by the way. Let me roll for that.
Alright.
Oh, I do? Or me?
No, me.
You Dive, since you essentially literally reached in there, so you took 5 damage.
Oh,
Your armor is actually a bit charred at black from all the flames that were getting in your skin and your armor, so you took a lot of burning damage.
I'm at 11 hit points left.
And the girl herself, she's barely alive.
So I don't really
Alright,
have any spells that I don't have any spells that like can heal. So that's something that.
Alright,
Merle has to do.
yeah, Pixel's still in the fire, burning alive. He's actually
You could get me out.
I'm gonna tackle him out.
tackle me out. You could just
Tackle
grab
him
me.
out.
Mate,
Just
if you
grab
do
him.
that, you'll get stuck in the flames too. And then somebody will have to get you out of the flames. Again.
Oh my god.
You're just gonna have to... If you
Tackle
wanna
him out,
save
meaning
him,
like I'm jumping over it and
you can't
tackling him
jump
away.
over it. You have to
can't
jump
jump
in and
over
he's
it.
in the flames.
Oh my gosh, guys, just be kind, please.
Be kind.
But we are
What do you
kind.
mean? We are. We're telling you what's
Okay.
happening.
Okay, you don't have to like make it seem like I'm stupid or something. Let's
I'm
continue.
not saying that.
I'm
So-
just saying.
So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go and get him out. Yeah, I'm just gonna go get him out.
Roll a strength check.
Okay.
I just have to keep pushing it further and further.
I'm not pushing it.
I'm
I'm
not
just
talking to
saying what's
you.
happening. Oh, okay.
I wasn't talking about you the whole time.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's talking about me.
Okay, gotcha. Ooh,
20.
20.
perfect. About
Now we all
time.
had a nat 20.
So you saw him from a distance, and you pretty much just like with a strong jump, like you kind of just like crouched down like a football player, and then you pretty much just charged into the flames, and you grabbed Pixel out of the fires, or I'm sorry, Meryl out of the fires, and then you pretty much just like went onto the other side, safe and sound, no damage or anything.
Great.
I've just been a body bag everyone's been carrying.
You pretty much saved him really quickly, no damage dealt to you.
Perfect.
That's how
Great.
fast you saved him with that nat 20.
Sweet.
So since you saved him, now the fire and the stake itself begins to fall right into the flames, burn itself.
Alright.
And then you could see the lady over with Dive while Dive is like holding her and stuff. You could see that she's like barely like blinking and stuff, and she seems to be like really burnt up.
I've run over to her and used my cure light wounds.
Yeah.
All right, you could roll your 1d8, I think. I think it's 1d8.
Probably.
Is
Let
it
me check
1d8 plus my healing or no?
I think it's like your level, but let me double check just in case. Okay, yeah, go for it. It's 1d8 plus your level of and stuff. Go for it.
So it's 1d8 plus 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
Wow, that's critical.
Yeah.
That's wow. Yeah, you okay? That roll was fantastic. Wow. Yeah, you could have got a better roll than that. So with your magic and with it being powerful enough, you went over to the go, right? And you concentrated like really hard to fix her up. You pretty much are trying to restore her skin back to normal in a sense. You're trying to like heal her wounds and everything. And as you close your eyes and you focus all of your magic just onto this spell, you can see that her skin is slowly returning back to normal. And you can see like her face and her eyes are basically like freshening back up again from it being like black and charred and all that. And you can see that she's like slowly beginning to heal. And her eyes were closed at the time. And then as you successfully healed her body in full, she opens up her eyes, and then she begins to cough up some coal, like like a cold smoke kind of thing, because she literally was in a flame. And then she said, "A cleric? I haven't seen one forever." And she pretty much like looks to Meryl. She says, "Thank you, Sir Clerk. You're a lifesaver. If it weren't for that dastardly frickin' orc, I would have died." And frickin'... She's not happy with Dive, by the way.
Now you can tell.
She's not happy with Dive because he literally walked up to the rope, cut it down, and she fell right into the flames and failed to grab her too. Yeah, so she pretty much just like she's grateful that Dive saved her, but like he could have done a better job.
I could have. It's not my
If that
fault.
makes
The rules.
sense. He could have done a better job, but it's whatever. It was a very heat of the moment thing.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. Like it was really like a few turns unless she like dies.
It's
Okay.
Fine. It's fine. She's
So
alive.
she pretty much just like begins to stand up and she says, "So, what brought you gentlemen here?"
We were hunting for goblins for a quest.
A quest on a board?
Yeah.
Did this quest mention anything about belongings or anything about accessories?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said jewelry and stuff like that.
And then she says, "Jewelry. Well, these goblins have been very troublesome, but luckily enough, they're stupid. Seeing as to how they step on their own feet at times. If you're trying to find whatever jewelry and accessories that you can, go ahead and look into that box over there. They seem to have kept all that kind of stuff over there. From what I've seen, there could be more in it too, but I'm not exactly the surest. I'm just a bartender, and I got kidnapped one day while I was sleeping. These goblins essentially snuck into my home, and they seemed like they wanted more from me, and they tortured me, and they almost wanted to sacrifice me to some kind of deity. I mean, I don't deserve this. I just serve ale. But look, the only thing that I can ask from you three gentlemen, just take me back to my village. It is Adona, and I hope I can keep my job. I don't know how long.
Right.
Okay, we can take you back.
And so that settles. All right. Whose turn is it now? Okay. Pixel's turn because
I just healed her, so.
yeah, because yeah. All right. Oh, so you healed her. Okay. Dive's turn
It's
then.
my turn.
Yeah, it's Dive's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the chest and try and open it.
All right. So you walk up to the chest, and you can see that it is locked.
Okay. I'm gonna ask the lady if the goblin had a key anywhere and put it somewhere around this in this cave.
Roll a charisma check.
16.
She said the key. Well, the key. I believe the hobgoblin actually. While you absolutely dismantled him, I was impressed by it, but I'm just more terrified of you now. Go find the hobgoblin's torso. It's right over there where the sorcerer smashed its head, and
All right.
she pretty much saw a lot of what you guys were doing.
All right. I'm gonna go to the hobgoblin and search.
No, that'll end your turn. Okay,
okay.
now it's Dark Eyes' turn, and he heard that.
Okay.
Are there? I want to just check around to see if there's any collectibles.
Roll search. You see nothing but rocks.
Not even on the goblins, huh?
Oh, are you looking for the goblins too?
It's everywhere.
Well, with the goblins, you can only check one.
Okay.
I mean, you have to be specific with your searching. Like, are you trying to search
Just
the area?
Yeah, just
Or
the
are you...
area where we're at.
Okay,
It's just
okay.
the room.
You looked around the area, and all you can hear, like a throne, the chest itself that's locked. You can see like rocks on the walls. But up above, like high up on the ceiling, you can see a hole, like a pretty big hole. It's about like 3 feet like wide and height.
Hmm.
Oh, huh? Okay.
Yes.
And I can't even get up there because is it small? It's a small hole.
I mean, the hole is like, the room itself is like pretty big. It's like 100 feet. There's a lot of rocks on the wall too, but they're like pretty small, and you would have to like climb up there to see it. But it's a pretty high. I wouldn't risk it,
Okay.
especially since you have an armor check penalty.
Can I like lift somebody up?
It's too high to do that.
Okay.
So you're able to climb it, but it's risky.
Yes.
I can't
I
lift
might be
anybody
able
up.
to do it. I might be able to do it.
You can. You cannot climb up there.
No?
You can, but at the same time, it would be extremely difficult because of your full plate armor.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have a -8 check penalty because of your armor.
Can you throw me out there?
No, he said no.
No, it wouldn't be high enough.
Yeah, just throw
Because
people.
at this rate, I might as well just be a body pack.
Kick the baby.
Kick the baby.
Eat the baby.
Okay, so you check the area, Kenneth, and that's basically what happened. All right, now it's Meryl's turn.
About
Alright.
like 8 more minutes.
Okay.
I would like to search the area to see if I have any arrows left.
Arrows have gotten burned just to save your
Okay.
time.
Alright. I thought so, but might as well
Yeah, that's
get
just
one if I
that,
could.
that you can make your other turn.
Alright.
That's it. That just it's whatever.
Alright, I guess I will help the girl up.
She's already on her feet.
Oh. I thought she was sitting down.
No, she stood up.
Okay. By the way, did you say what she was like?
She said that she's a bard, and the goblins seem to think that she's human, but she's actually a tiefling.
Tiefling. Okay.
Oh, okay. So now what?
Well, your options are to figure out how to open the chest, try and attempt to get into that hole, see if you can help the girl go back to her home in the Dona, or you can leave the cave and explore elsewhere. And gather your reward.
I think we should rest.
I think we should get what's in the chest and then go back to the previous town and rest there after we collect our reward.
Yeah.
And funny enough, even though she is a tiefling, her fire resistance isn't that good. Considering she was able to burn. Alright. So what would you guys like to
I guess. Or is she just full tiefling?
She's straight up tiefling. She's got the red skin.
Okay.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, ginger hair.
All right. So I guess it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to search the hobgoblin for the key to open the chest.
Roll a search check.
Okay. 20.
So you looked at the hobgoblin, right? And you found the key successfully.
Great. I'm gonna go open the chest.
All right. So you grab the key and you go over to the chest and you open it. Like you just put the keyhole in it. The chest itself is like kind of golden on its ends too, and it's also wooden. You open up the chest and you can see all the quest items that are in there. But on top of that, you've seen and you found some really neat looking items too. You've managed to find 400 gold pieces. You actually found a spell book, and you've also found a helmet, but it looks to be enchanted.
Wow.
Actually, no. I'm sorry, not a helmet. My apologies. It's actually a ring. Yeah, it's like a ring, but it looks to be enchanted. My bad. You found some really good stuff in there, though.
Yay. Alright, I'm a fighter, so can I use the spell book?
No.
No. Okay, I'll give the spell book to Ego.
Thank you.
Then the ring. What am I gonna do with the ring? What's the enchantment on it?
Well, you don't know exactly what it does until you put it on.
Okay. Well, I guess I can put it on.
So you put on the ring, and then suddenly you can feel a little bit of flames coming. And on your sword as well, you can also see sparks of flames coming out of it just a bit. Why don't you give your sword a swing?
Alright. Just swing my sword in the air.
So you pretty much like with one swing, you notice that your sword becomes encased in fire.
Oh, this will
It
be
seems
great
to have
for
been
that.
it seems to have been a ring or a ring of fire, of weapon fire per se.
Let me look at it.
Basically, what this ring does is when you put it on, and when you use any sort of melee weapon, whenever you're in combat or whenever you're swinging the sword itself actually becomes encased in fire. And when you manage to hit an opponent with it, it does plus 1d4 damage of fire damage.
Oh. Wait, so the ring is considered armor enchantment, right?
Yes, it's an armor enchantment, and I mean it's a ring, but you could put that in. You could put that in like your accessory thing. But it is a good ring to have. I mean, but the thing is though with this ring is it only works when you're swinging the sword.
Okay, that's fine.
If you swing the sword, it becomes encased in fire. But if you keep it still for like a few seconds,
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll put it in my accessories.
or would you like to keep it on your finger?
If I did, but would I put it under protective item?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
You could put it in accessories or protective item. It works either way. So you basically got a ring that can allow you to get some and that kind of stuff. There is a spell book in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gold. There's also those quest items, and there is a there is a chime. Like
A
some
what?
like it looks to be that of a priest's chime.
Priest chime.
Mm-hmm.
Peace chime?
Yeah, kind of like how do I say it? Have you played Dark Souls?
No.
I know of it.
Okay, you know how like clerics or like it's an obvious cleric item.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's like it helps with your magic and stuff. Let me give you an example. Let's see. Okay,
I'm trying to find the enchantment.
I'll just give you a little example. It looks something like this.
Okay.
It looks like that.
And it has bells in it or something?
You don't know what it does exactly until you wield it.
Oh.
Wield it.
And that is it.
Okay. I'll give the
So you-
spellbook to Ego, and I'll give the chime to Pixel, and I'll keep the ring for myself.
And Ego doesn't know what's in the spell book yet unless he reads it.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it.
Alright, so let's see. So Dive receives a ring of flames. There's also about how much gold did I say there was?
400?
Yeah, there was 400 gold in that. You could probably spread it like 150 each or something, or you could do whatever you wish. You all have the quest items and thing. That's basically for you guys. You know, you get those quest items for the goblins, and okay. So for Pixel or for Meryl, the chime itself, good spell to have. When you actually, or not spell, I mean good chime to have, because what it basically does for you is for your cleric spells, it gives it a +2 for spells essentially. You could say that much. And for healing spells, it can increase the health or the health points. Like I'll just say this for example. Like if you use like Cure Light Wounds, it gives you a +3 in healing. So basically, what this chime does is it enhances your cleric magic, and if you're healing, it increases the health even further. So it's a good one to have. Basically, call it a cleric's chime, and what it does is if you're using any sort of like regular magic, for healing spells, you pretty much have like a +3 health gain. And if you're using like any other magic, like for attack, you pretty much have like a +2 difficulty increase on that. If that makes sense, we'll go over that later. But just know that it's a good item to have. And as for oh, you got something real special in your hands. So you open up the book, right?
Yeah.
And what you found is devastating. You have found a very dangerous and very, very hidden spell, and it's actually forbidden.
Oh.
The spell
forbidden
itself,
spell?
the spell itself, is called Diablo's Downfall. And what this spell does, right? It's very powerful, and the reason it's that powerful is because what it can do is you sacrifice your ability scores. I'll just say this. You can sacrifice about -5 of all of your ability scores to release a devastatingly huge a very huge meteor from the sky that can wipe out 1,000 miles of a field. But you could risk your life doing it.
Oh my
And you
God.
could kill other party members in the process.
All right.
And-
I'll probably
and
be using
people-
that against the monster then.
You pretty much found yourself probably one of the most dangerous spells.
Nice.
Yeah, you got yourself.
Nice.
However, the reason why it's called Downfall as well is because you could kill yourself using it.
Yeah.
Like you'll literally die. You literally like this book you got, you know, and it has all the information on how to use it too.
So the whole book is just about this one spell.
It's about this forbidden spell. These goblins somehow managed to,
Hmm.
and using it can bring major devastation.
Okay.
So you basically got a nuke in your hands. And in order to use the spell, you have to bring out that book, and you have to pretty much do its commands. You
Why
can't
did I
just
give
like
it to Ego?
huh?
Why did I give it to Ego?
Because you wanted to.
Why not give it to me?
Diablo's Downfall. Oh yeah, and the damage, right? It does 500 D1000.
500
500.
what?
500 D10,000.
So I can roll 500 times.
Pretty much. I'm telling you, it's that powerful. You're literally summoning a Mieta that's like the size of a planet.
So this
What is its crit?
What is its
double.
crits?
Double that.
Well, its crit is actually 5 times.
5 times?
But here's the thing. It's
So
a
5
spell.
times 500, so that's 2,500.
But here's the thing. It's a spell.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah,
It's a spell. It's not like an attack or like a weapon or anything. It's literally just a straight up spell.
so it's just flat out 500 D1000
10,000.
or 10,000.
10,000 fire damage.
What if we get a spell failure? What will happen?
Oh well, then he'll probably shrivel up and and he'll literally age by like 50 years, and he'll lose -5 ability score points for nothing.
Oh no.
Yeah, he'll literally age like 20 years.
Hey guys, so my Discord just blew up because an error occurred from rolling that die.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Replace with less than 10.
It's not a valid number of dice anyway, so
That's what I'm saying. So it yeah, the Discord blew up from the meteor.
That's how powerful it is. You're literally summoning a
Discord
world.
cannot-
It's literally a world-ending spell created by Diablo.
Yeah, the Discord could not handle it.
That's how powerful it is.
I wish I could have read it before I gave it to Ego.
Why?
You wouldn't have understood it.
Well, I guess
You don't know how to read magic.
Yeah, why would you? Why does it matter if I have it or not?
And it's a spell book specifically made for wizards and sorcerers.
Yeah.
Only they know how to read that kind of stuff. Unless you get experience or skills in learning how to read spell books and that stuff. But other than that, only they can like do that or read it.
Okay.
So you successfully found these items. You have 400 gold. You guys want to split that, right?
yeah.
Yeah. we're gonna
Okay.
split it.
Let's see. What is a third of 400? I think that's like 150.
133.3.
133.3. You know what? Just to make this easier,
Like, we gotta wrap this up too.
yeah, I know we will. Don't worry. I'll make it easier. You guys, each of you get 150 gold. I'll just say that.
Okay.
150 gold each. And you successfully saved the girl, so that earns you an extra 100 experience points.
And do
Extra
we get
100?
experience for the quest too?
Yes, an extra 100, huh?
We get the experience too for the quest board.
Once you turn it into the innkeeper, yes.
Okay.
Wait, how much experience do we get?
100.
You get 100.
So I have 900 right now.
You could thank Die for that 20.
Yeah.
If you
You're
rolled a
welcome.
1, you would have fought a mimic.
So we take her back and then we rest, right?
Yes, but if you want to complete the quest, you'll have to turn the items into the innkeeper first. If you wish to get your reward.
Let's do that first.
Let's
and
just
then
do it
rest.
now.
Yeah, we'll do it now.
So you pretty much got the go, right? And you let her out of there. And you managed to get her back into the yeah. You pretty much got her back into the into Adona, and you were able to get her back into her inn. Or I'm sorry, not inn, her bartending. Sorry, I'm not Englishing good right now. And she turns to you guys and she says, "Thank you. By the way, my name is Tifi. If you need a drink or anything, or if you need any sort of help on your quest, I'm a strong enough gal to do so. Holler at me. I have no problem helping you. But for now, I have drinks that I have to handle and give to these fine warriors." So she pretty much goes back into the bar, which is actually like the building next to the inn. And she goes back onto that. And now you guys are in front of the inn.
Sounds good.
Right?
So the innkeeper is also the quest keeper too. It serves both purposes. Like the person basically like allows you to sleep, but they're mainly a quest giver.
Hmm.
How much experience points did we get?
Well, you have to go in the inn and talk to the
Okay.
innkeeper first.
Go do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you guys walk into the building and you came across the innkeeper. She has blue hair and she has green eyes, and she says, "Hello there, three gentlemen. Is there anything else that I can help you with?" You three can say whatever.
We finished.
We're
We
here
would
to
like
turn
to-
quest.
She says, "I'm sorry, repeat that?"
We're here to turn a quest.
She says, "That sounds good. What exact quest is it? And may I see the paper?"
Yeah, I show her the paper for the quest about the goblins.
She says, goblins. Yeah, they're pretty troublesome little pests. But luckily enough, we have a lot of warriors that take good care of them. Hast thou brought the items for this quest specifically?
The jewelry was in the chest, right?
Yes, you guys got all of the quest
Yeah.
items.
Yeah, we did.
She says, perfect. May I see them?
I hand her the jewelry.
It's the wrong jewelry. Just kidding.
She says, and she pulls out her eyeglass just to see if they're actually legitimately the same. She says, okay, well done, gentlemen. So she pretty much reaches underneath her desk and she grabs a big patch of gold, like a sack, and she lays it up onto the table. And she says, good job. I'm glad you were able to help her. I will escort these items to her immediately. And then she snaps her finger, and one of the guards basically took the quest items, and they exited the building, and they put the items onto a wagon, and they begin to ride away as they return those items back to that person. So, let's see. You gentlemen have received 500 gold and 1,000 experience each.
500 gold each?
500 gold, but you'll have to separate it. You'll have to split it.
Okay.
Oh.
500 gold, and then how much experience each?
1,000.
1,000.
Okay.
And it's good that you guys went on the team, because if it was just one of you, this would have been way, way, way more.
We got lucky.
You did. Luckily for you, the goblins kept rolling bad rolls. They rolled some really bad rolls, but they could have done a lot worse. But
We rolled some pretty bad rolls too, though.
yeah, trying to save the girl though, so that didn't do good. The fire on the thing did more damage to you guys than the goblins. I don't even think the goblins did any damage to you guys at all. The hobgoblin didn't even get a chance to attack. I mean, his arms and legs were gone by the time he'd even raised his weapon. So yeah.
We'll do this. We'll give it. Meryl and Nagu can get 170 gold, and I'll take 160.
Okay, I mean that works. Whatever works. However, you guys wish to
That's
separate
500
the gold.
total, so
Yeah.
they take 170 each. I take 160.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 326 gold pieces.
How much?
326 in total.
Nice.
320.
I have 318. All right, and then I just got 1,000 experience points, so I'm leveling up again.
It takes
No, you're
3,000.
not. No. You're not leveling up again.
I thought you
I
level
mean-
up every 1,000.
No.
No. You have in order to get to level 3, you have to level up at 3,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how that works. Let me show you the graph so you can understand it. I'll show you the level graph so you can get a clear idea on what.
But we're
on how that
resting now,
works.
right?
You'll have to pay some bets for that.
Okay, let's pay for that.
All right.
She says, so if you guys, fancy inns or rooms, we have a very large building for that. You gentlemen can pay for, the novice beds, which is basically the ones that you slept in last night. The intermediate beds, which is actually a lot more comforting, and you can stick more items and such, and you can get free breakfast out of it. And we have the experts bed inns. but they cost quite a lot.
How much are the intermediate?
Yeah, that's
50
what I
gold
asked.
pieces each.
Oh,
50?
50.
Okay.
I'll take that.
50 gold pieces each for the intermediate.
I'll take that
all
one.
right.
So that'll be 50 gold pieces from each you gentlemen.
I don't know if they're taking that, but I'm taking it.
I'll take
Oh
it.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
So she pretty much grabs the gold from all of you, and you are able to go into your nice fluffy rooms. They're pretty nice looking, and by the time the next quest comes, you will have a breakfast by your bed.
Nice.
Great.
Nice.
All right.
All right, that
Hopefully me
was the
resting
end of
in
the
bed will
session.
kill all my damage.
All right. Chapter 1 completed.
That was chapter 1?
Yes, that was chapter 1.
Okay.
Chapter 1 has been completed. You guys just successfully hunt down a goblin horde to save a tiefling and a lady's items.
Awesome.
Okay.
That was fun.
And you gotten yourself some experience, and by the time you do next quest, you might be able to level up again.
Awesome.
And by the time you guys wake up, the quest will refresh, and you might hear something from the Elven Knight pretty soon.
Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for being here, guys. And thanks for
Of
DMing.
course.
Night, Shame.
Hope everyone has a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for the mumbling of words during the stream and stuff. Like I said, this campaign is still a bit of a prototype, but we're working on it as we go, and things are going smoothly. So I'm not hearing any complaints so far, and that's good.
Yeah. As of now, we're planning for next Sunday. Unless anything changes, I'll put in the Discord.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad I was able to DM this.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, you
Good night,
guys have a
guys.
good night. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.
Good night.